Hi movie fans, and welcome to this edition of Movies. So recently my friends and I have watched a movie called Amsterdam, and this movie stars Christian Bale, John David Washington, who is Denzel Washington's son, and Margot Robbie. And it's written and directed by David O. Russell. Now David O. Russell has previously directed things like American Hustle, Three Kings and Silver Linings Playbook. And these are all films that I personally like. It's, what is it? Well, I suppose you would call it a comedy thriller. It's set in the 1930s, where two veterans of the First World War, Christian Bale plays Bert, who is now a doctor who only has one eye, and John David Washington playing Harold, who is a lawyer. Now the pair of them find out that their old general from the war has died, and his daughter, who's played by Taylor Swift, asks them to investigate because she believes that her father was murdered. So along the investigating trail, they witness a murder, but unfortunately end up getting framed for this murder. Now, it's based on a real-life secret society who allegedly had a conspiracy to overthrow the government and install a dictator, which is a bit ambiguous, to be honest. But apparently some of this is based on fact. Now be aware that this movie does skip backwards and forwards in the timeline with flashbacks. And during one of the flashbacks they forged a friendship with a nurse during the war, played by Margot Robbie, who is Valerie. So you need to pay attention on the timelines or the story might become a little bit fuzzy. What I mean is, there's a lot going on in this movie. There really is. It has subplots everywhere. We went into this not knowing anything about it and simply wanting to see this excellent cast in action. What begins as a slightly amusing movie suddenly starts becoming quite a serious political drama. Now it starts slowly and has quite a slow pace. There is no urgency in getting this story told. But don't let this put you off. It's an interesting, although a bit unbelievable, little story. Some of it's kind of light and tongue-in-cheek. It definitely has a sort of comedic feel to it, even though it's a serious subject. That said, don't expect an out-and-out comedy, because you're not going to get it. Christian Bale's character has a sort of Columbo feel to it. If anyone remembers the detective played by Peter Falk in the 1970s. Now, as the story unravels, we get lots of well-known people making an appearance in this movie, including the likes of Anya Taylor-Joy, Rami Malek, Mike Myers, Robert De Niro, Chris Rock and Michael Shannon. So it's quite a star-studded film. It may be a little overlong because it's 2.25 hours. So summing up, the cast is good and the sets and the costumes, you know, the period design is very good. It looks good, it's filmed well. Overall, it's a zany comic caper, which bounces between tragedy and comedy. It's a bit of an odd mix, but it works fine, as long as you don't take it too seriously. And although there's possibly too much going on in this movie, there's plenty to enjoy, and I wasn't disappointed, and neither were my friends. So, if you like this review, please hit the like button and please subscribe. We could really do with more subscribers, and we'll try to put a review of some sort up every week. Thank you very, very much for watching.